Ladies and gentlemen, this is an article that came out November 17th, 2017. The U.S. has officially spent 95 billion in this opioid plague and still don't have control of it. People are still dying at record numbers all across the country. $95 billion. The fiscal burden related to opioid related overdoses and deaths in 2016 exceeded 95 billion according to an analysis conducted by Alterum. Researchers analyzed data compiled by multiple federal sources, including the CDC, to create an estimate of the possible economic benefits of eliminating the opioid plague in 2016, which we know they didn't. Data included information on overdose deaths, health care, and criminal justice system costs associated with the crisis, along with potential productivity gains linked to the hypothetical elimination of overdose deaths. Researchers determined 43.2 billion of the economic burden related to the public health crisis is attributable to the loss in workforce productivity as a result of opioid related deaths. And that's very true. This is why so many employers are now doing random checks on their employees, and they have to literally let sometimes more than half of their employees go. And it's because there are so many junkies on these jobs out here, ladies and gentlemen. The companies are noticing they got the same amount of employees, but their productivity is dropping. So they are now realizing their workers, and some of them that have been there for years, are junkies. And that's why productivity is now suffering all across the country. Researchers linked an additional 12.3 billion in losses in reduction in productivity associated with non-fatal overdoses. In regards to healthcare costs, the analysis identified 12.2 billion in losses directly associated with treating overdoses and 9.2 billion in losses associated with indirect healthcare costs, such as increased treatment for diseases associated with illicit drug use. And hepatitis A, B, and C, and HIV and syphilis, all the STDs are on the rise, the needle sharing that's going on. Costs associated with the criminal justice system, 7.8 billion. Child and family assistance, 6.1 billion. And education efforts, 4.4 billion, make up the remainder of the economic burden. So these people are doing nothing but draining the economy, trying to save all these addicts. It's literally draining the American economy. Now you can see, after looking at all these figures, you can see why Trump will never make this a national emergency. You think you're looking at a big number now? This number would probably double or triple if he made it a national emergency. These people are damn near bringing America under right now. And less than 10% of them get treatment. Less than 10%. This quantitative analysis of the potential economic benefits of eliminating the opioid plague is not an exhaustive or comprehensive calculation of the harms caused by opioid use and abuse in the U.S. during 2016, wrote the author of the analysis. We are aware of other potentially significant costs of opioid use that could not be monetized. For example, decrease quality of life, emotional burdens of use, and related to the loss of loved ones in other desperate community impacts and downstream impacts on the children of parents with a substance use disorder. These negative impacts would only add to the estimated economic burden reported here and are by no means less significant than those we quantify. Researchers predicted the economic burden associated with the opioid plague will be even higher in 2017. Well, we won't know the 2017 numbers, ladies and gentlemen, until the very end, like around December of 2018. It's always 1 year behind. So they're estimating over 95 billion, and there is no sign of the opioid plague slowing down. That is horrific. That's a lot of damn money for you not to even see any good results. But like I said, this is what they're pouring into their addiction. Remember, never lose sight that they didn't pour one dime into helping a crack addict in America. Not one dime. You got prison. And many of them that are in there for the rest of their lives because of the 3 strikes you're outlaw. That's what we got. We didn't get another chance to turn our lives around or our loved ones or, turn their lives around. We didn't get that opportunity. But they're giving all of these chances to people that are failing at every turn. They're not even putting a dent in this plague out here. Not even a dent. And look at how much money has gone into it so far, and it's not even stopping a thing. Drugs are still pouring in all borders around the US. It's still coming in droves from China and Mexico and the Canadian border. It's coming in from all borders. And $95 billion gone. For what? And you're not even talking about the money that's being spent on failed drug tests and companies losing so much on productivity every day because they got so many employees that are just junkies showing up for work every day and not being very productive. So it's taking toll on everything, ladies and gentlemen. Never lose sight of that. But this is the way they want it. They wanted to declare this a public health issue, and now it is. And look at all the money being lost. Please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And don't forget to hit on that notification bell. Peace, family.